awards for excellence as the best in high school sports play-by-play in the state. This broadcast is sponsored by the following local partners.
Waupun American Legion Post 210 sponsors for today's game include New Medical Center, our scoreboard sponsor, National Exchange Bank and Trust, our broadcast booth sponsor. Thanks to Home and Auto Sales, Ballweg Implement, Kohl's Community Funeral Home, The Other Bar, Mike's Wild Boar Liquor Store, Waupun's Piggly Wiggly, the Waupun Athletic Booster Club, Dentistry of Wisconsin, WW Electric Motors, Ergo Bank, C. Bruxma Electric, VC Flooring, Taurus Tree Service, Our Bar, and Finishing Touches by Rich.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.
According to some of the coaches here, saying that's real grass out there in the outfield. But we'll talk a little bit more about these two teams. Waupun taking on Horicon. It's a regional championship game. Winner of this tournament will be going to the state tournament in Viroqua coming up on Friday. The tournament starts. So we'll have more of our pregame show brought to you by Home and Auto Sales right after this on The Source.
And Steve, with us here at the Other Bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. I'd like to thank everybody that came to the anniversary party over the weekend, Steve, right?
Yeah, it was a great time. Everybody that showed up and got to hang out with the band. The band was great. The crowd was great. And we had a fun time. So looking forward to it next year.
Very good. Now, summer is here, of course. Some great beverages on special. And the patio is always bumping out there, too.
It is. You know, we've got all of our beers, patio outside. It's going to be hot. Go enjoy the weather outside if you want to do that. Or you can stay inside where it's nice and cool.
And, of course, great lunch, special soups on special, too, here at the Other Bar.
Got homemade soups every day, and then we've got our specials rolling on, all of our hot beef, pork, and turkey sandwiches. Stop down and check it out. Great stuff on the menu, too.
All-Star break, of course. Let's get the crew back on track coming up this weekend.
Yes, we need to break, and we'll reset and start over. But got to get back on track, so watch the games, watch all the ridiculous home run contests and stuff. We'll have it all on down for you.
All your sporting goods here at the Other Bar, Main Street, downtown Waupun. Have a great week, Steve. Thank you.
Thank you.
You put a lot of thought in every detail of your new home, including the flooring. Or you finally decided on the perfect flooring to add life to your current home. Your next move is to call Daryl Vandazan at VZ Flooring to install it for you. He is fully insured and has been in the business for over 14 years, including starting VZ Flooring over 3 years ago. Daryl can install your new carpet, tile, LVT, LVP, and backsplash. Call VC Flooring at 920-210-4909 to get a free estimate. That's 920-210-4909.
Looking for an easy way to grow your savings? Kasasa Server attaches to your Kasasa Cash or Cashback account and allows you to earn a high rate of return on your deposits, including the rewards that get swept over from your checking account. Discover the many benefits of opening a Kasasa account by visiting Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake, or take a look at their website at ergobank.com. Ergo Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials, great atmosphere, and excellent entertainment. Coming up on June 4th and 5th, enjoy the music of Jay Langston at the Hour Bar. And then coming up on July 9th, Chris Hodgson will be back at the Hour Bar. Plus, the Hour Bar is the perfect place to cheer on the Milwaukee Brewers. TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head down to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Waupun, and they're right now having a nice ceremony. The national anthem just about ready to be played, but the Waupun American Legion Post 210 Honor Guard making its way out onto the field to present the colors, then the playing of the national anthem. And we'll come back right after that and talk about today's game. Waupun getting set to take on Horicon, a regional championship in Class A Legion baseball. Winner goes on to the state tournament. Waupun should lose this game. They'd have to play another decider at 3:30 today, or right after this game. Back right after this on The Source.
Shop some great deals this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly Green Giant Vegetables. 4 for $3 with your card. Whole seedless watermelon, limit of 1, $2.99 each. 89 cents each, or free yogurt when you redeem your Pig Points.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
A perfectly manicured lawn, a job well done. It's earned by outworking, outperforming, and outdoing with horsepower, handling, and versatility. It's heavy-duty build quality and cutting power that means business.
Introducing Bobcat zero-turn mowers. Bring tough to turf. See them at Waupun Equipment in Waupun and Watertown. And introducing Eden Equipment in Eden as a new dealer.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name's Gary. I had arthritis really bad in my right knee over 3 months ago. Couldn't really do anything, couldn't do stairs, just simple stuff. And now I can do things I couldn't do before. I can climb stairs, walk, anything. My spine's better, and my personal opinion is you're a fool not to get this done.
Hi, my name is Joni. I came here because I needed a new knee, but I didn't want to go through all that surgery and everything. I'm very pleased with it. And the reason I did it, because I couldn't go up and down stairs very well. I couldn't work too long hours and had a hard time getting in and out of the car. I had to lift my knee up. And now I can do all those things. And I have no pain, and I would recommend it to everyone, and I have.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249 8757.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Ballweg Implement, Highway 68 West, Waupun, and Ballweg Turf and Leisure, North Spring Street, Beaver Dam, and online at ballweg.biz.
Welcome back to the Gus. Steve and Randy with you to bring you some baseball. A beautiful day. Wind blowing right now. Is that going more straight out towards right field or a little bit left to right? A pretty stiff little breeze out there as the flags are flying around. Had a nice little ceremony with American Legion Post 210 and their color guard out on the field. It's always an honor to have those guys out there. And they are sponsoring the tournament and sponsor Post 210 baseball.
Absolutely, and they do an excellent job. They volunteer so much time and energy and give so much emotional and financial support to American Legion Baseball.
It's like some of the senior members of the, of the American Legion.
Most of them are nowadays.
Yeah, some of them are getting up there, but still out there representing American Legion Post 210. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. So Waupun will be the visiting team, so they'll be batting first. Mason Holtz, the center fielder, will be leading things off, and then second baseman Austin Weiss will be batting second. Pitcher Noah Gerritsen, who bats on the right side but pitches with the left arm. He is in the third slot. Cleanup batter is Evan Sauer, the shortstop. Then batting fifth is Jake Krieger, who's over at first base. Brian Ferris is the left fielder, and batting sixth, followed by third baseman Dane Stelsel, and right fielder Ethan Cunningham, and catcher Hunter Camp. And that's the batting order for American Legion Post 210 from Waupun. For Horicon, I think they're Legion Post 157. They'll be pitching tall right-handed pitcher Alex Eggleston. What do they say? How tall is this guy? About anywhere from 6'9" to 6'11".
I've been on the field with him, and he's probably a legitimate 6'10". I'll say that. He is a tall young man.
He's on the mound for them right now. Joe Gibbs, again, behind home plate, as he was a few days ago. Anthony Berggren is at first base. Jordan Heine is the second baseman. Over at shortstop is Landon Strife. Anthony Oshner is over at third base. Left to right in their outfield, Gavin Hurley, Blake Peplinski, and Cody Pieper. That's your defensive starting lineup for Post 157 out of Horicon. Of course, this is the second game in this tournament. These two teams have met. Waupun took care of business in game one of that tournament on 6:30 on Friday night, beating them 7-1. A couple three-run innings in there, including some home runs by people like Noah Gerritsen. Had a solo shot in the fourth inning, and two batters later, getting up to bat was Jake Krieger, and he slammed one over the left field fence. A couple no-doubters, and that was a two-run homer for Krieger. And they end up winning that game again by a score of 7-1. So see how things go here. You never know with these two teams. Horicon has had their opportunities to beat us during the season and give up some big leads. So
that's right, and I've had a chance to umpire with this young man pitching, Alex Eggleston, on the mound right now, and he's got a little bit of controlled issues, getting that whole 6'10" body going in the right direction all the times. But when he's throwing strikes, he's very, very effective. So I think command is going to be the issue for him today, and if he can find the strike zone, he's got a chance to keep Waupun in check.
So we are ready to go. Big Alex Eggleston on the mound. First pitch of the ball game misses low and away into Mason Holtz. Ball one.
It is a little imposing, isn't it, watching him come at you from the mound?
Yeah.
Get a long stride. He's only about 52 feet away.
And Holtz waiting to see a strike. Saw one that time. Right down the middle. And count is now 1-1. Next pitch is going to miss high. Puts the count at 2-1. I heard he plays basketball. Where does he play basketball? He was Whitewater.
Oh.
Plays basketball over Whitewater. This one misses off the plate.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Anybody that size, somebody's gonna
put you on, find a place for you.
Yeah, they'll find a spot for you. They will develop if your skills are not the greatest.
3-1 pitches popped high in the air out towards left field. Looks like the shortstop, Landon Strife, calling everybody out, backpedaling onto the outfield grass, and hauls it in for out number one. Austin Weiss is coming up now. It's got to be good luck. I shook his grandpa's hands, Rich, before we walking up here. So he's had some nice years with his grandsons for basketball and baseball. Some pretty good fun years for grandparents to come watch your grandsons play.
Pitch there inside. Weiss, you could see by his expression, he stepped out. He kind of said, maybe I should have just stood in. It wasn't that hard. Let it hit me. Any way to help the team.
Man, he's a tall, imposing pitcher, but he's not a lot of velocity. Next pitch is going to miss high, but still leave a little mark on you. Not as bad as the one you got on your leg from umpiring.
Yeah, that's a double slot.
That's a double whammy?
Yeah, I got hit twice, and it's just almost in identical areas.
2-0 pitch, catches the inside part of the plate, makes the count 2-1. A little tailing, going from left to right on his pitches, on his fastball when he brings it in. So 2-1 the count. Next pitch from Eggleston. It's going to be a little too far inside, makes the count now 3-1. Don't forget, we have video streaming in case you're listening on the radio right now. Just log on to radioplusinfo.com, radioplusinfo.com. Jeff Sauer here getting the cameras all set up for that. All his wires weathered the storm yesterday, I think, and up and running right away today when he came in.
Yeah, it was a little tricky for the radio station this morning. I live in that same area, and we were out of power last night for a while.
Yeah, we didn't have that over on the southwest part of town, but that could have been. That's your side of town over there. Maybe that's what knocked the radio station off the air, and then Nick Rush headed right from Fond du Lac. I saw maybe giving me a call to run over there. Said he just had to flip some switch over there, and he was back up and running. So, yeah, the one time that we came here, we weren't on the air. He gets here, and something looks kind of weird here. Well, the tower had blown over.
The tower was missing completely.
The tower was gone.
100-plus foot tower just gone.
That was crazy. Called strike. Runner goes. And safe over at second base is Austin Weiss. It was 1-1 to Noah Garrettson, the pitcher for Waupun. Today in this ball game, he had to come in for just 2 batters in yesterday's game to kind of wrap things up.
8 pitches, 2 strikeouts.
And that win over Belleville. They knocked him off 8-2. Yeah, so far in the tournament, Horicon again lost to Waupun in day 1 at the second game of the tournament, 7-1. It was Belleville knocking off Mayville 19-9 in day 1. And yesterday it was Horicon beating Mayville, knocking them out of the tournament. That one was fouled down by Garrettson. And right after that game, it was Waupun taking care of business against Belleville. And Belleville had to play right away. They had to take on Horicon in an elimination game, and Belleville winning that game by a score of 5-4. And that's where we're at right now. There's 2 teams left. These 2 on the field. Started with 4, now down to 2. Somebody will know. This one is hit high out towards left field, but maybe a little bit too high. And that's going to go off the glove of the left fielder, Gavin Hurley. He was right there waiting for it. Just drifted back, and I don't know unless he's looking up in the sun. The sun is up towards that direction, I guess, right now, but off his glove and on the ground. Now runners at second and third. Big air out in left field. Can't afford that if you're Horicon.
Yeah, I don't believe the sun at all was a factor there. That's just a can of corn that was
hey, you missed that one.
Dropped. There's no other way to describe it. Credit Garrettson for the energy and the hustle. He's all the way to second base on that. He could have given up knowing it was going to be a routine flyout. He did not.
Yeah, big air now. Waupun with a couple guys in scoring position with your cleanup batter, Evan Sauer, up to bat.
Huge play in the game already early in this first inning.
2-0 count now for Sauer. Likes the next one, swings on it, and fouls it back.
Yeah, instead of 2 outs and a runner on second base, you've got runners on second and third and only the 1 down.
And should Waupun lose this ball game, they'll be playing right after this game. We'll have that game for you, too, right here on the Source. Here's a bounce over towards the shortstop over to Strife, and he bobbles it and doesn't get over to first base in time. And run would have came in, but they missed getting that out over at first base. So Waupun gets the first score of the game, leads now 1-0 on your New Medical Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. Back-to-back errors. And it's now at first and third with a run in for Waupun.
Yeah, tough for the big guy on the mound, Eggleston. He's pitched well here in the inning, and he's down 1-0, 2 errors.
Yeah, it's only 1 down on the board, so that'll bring up Jake Krieger. He homered against Horicon in that game on Friday, right after Garrettson did it, 2 batters before him. 2-run shot, crushed it over the left field fence. Of course, there were no pitches here in Legion ball. It's time for Jake to bring him in on first base. Now they make the play at home plate, and right now a rundown with Garrettson between home and third base, and a base running error on Waupun with runners out at first and second base, and 2 down.
Number 1 left fielder, Brian Ferris.
Score that as a fielder's choice.
Okay, so 2 down, runners at first and second base for post 210, and Bryant Ferris coming up to bat. He had a nice game yesterday.
He did. I
really
agree.
Nice game. He had a couple of hits, a double and a single in that game, and he's in the number 6 hitting spot. So it's great production out of that part of the lineup.
Yeah, young guy. He's come a long ways since 4 or 5 months ago. He's come extreme ways playing varsity baseball in the high school team and competing here at Varsity Legion.
And runners both advance. Even before they knew that ball was down on the ground, they had taken off and are sitting at second and third base. So another opportunity for Waupun, just leading 1-0. And that one comes in and catches a little piece of Brian Ferris. He gets hit by a pitch. Now bases are loaded for Waupun with 2 down, and Dane Stelsel coming up to bat for post 210.
And Ferris, he's had a nice tournament, as you said, finding ways to get the job done, either walks or right there, hit by pitch. Yeah, there'll be a little discussion whether Ferris is, and he does crowd the plate.
Okay, a little discussion with our home plate umpire over by the Horicon bench with their coach. He's nodding his head and was all right with it. So, but now bases are loaded for big opportunity right here for Waupun. See if they can put a few more on the board before we get to the bottom of the first inning. Leading now 1-0 in a new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. And this is hit over towards right field, but slices foul down the right field line off the bat of Dane Stelsel. Ethan Cunningham awaiting on deck.
Stelsel, a kid with a little bit of pop in his bat. Uses all fields. Traditionally, I would say mostly a pull hitter, but he does have the ability to go the other way when the pitch is there.
And this one is hit right up the middle, and it's going to land in front of the center fielder, and he gets by him. 2 runs come in already. They go back and get the ball, and they're sending the 3rd run in. And racing in, and here comes Ferris in with a head-first slide. No play at the plate at all. Waupun made him pay for that ball getting by, but a nice hit, bringing in 2 of those runs off the bat of Dane Stelsel. And then that little mishandled ball by the center fielder allowed the 3rd run to come in.
Again, defense letting down Horicon's pitching staff right now. That's a ball that it wasn't an easy play, but a really good center fielder probably makes that catch. Right now, things coming unraveled for Horicon here in that first inning.
Yeah, poor Mr. Eggleston, he could have got in here with nobody scoring.
Exactly.
They would have made the play out in left field and at shortstop. Yeah, the bat is Ethan Cunningham.
I would imagine Horicon's pitching staff is getting a little thin at this point, too, and you make him throw all these extra pitches in the first inning because of the errors.
Yeah, this is their 4th game and Waupun's 3rd game of the tournament, and Waupun's sitting really good. They really set themselves up nice with Tyler Fromholz pitching that first day because they can only play one day, and he pitched a nice game against Horicon, beating them 7-1 in that game.
Only playing one day because he had other commitments. He had to leave the facility. That's why he's not that he's ineligible to play. It's just
Did I imply that?
Well, no, it just started.
Did I imply that he got thrown out of the game? And
No. He's just he's not here.
Swing and a miss on the next pitch into Cunningham. And he goes down swinging, but not before the damage is done. And the big thing that hurt is the 2 errors by the Horicon team. And Boy, that just could have been no runs in the inning, but they didn't make those plays out in left field and at pitcher. I should say shortstop. And then, Waupun comes up with 4 runs, lead this game 4-0. Back in just 1 minute with the bottom of inning number 1 on the Source.
And Steve, with us here at the Other Bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. I'd like to thank everybody that came to the anniversary party over the weekend, Steve, right?
Yeah, it was a great time. Everybody that showed up and got to hang out with the band. The band was great. The crowd was great. And we had a fun time. So looking forward to next year.
Very good. Now, summer is here, of course. Some great beverages on special. And the patio is always bumping out there, too.
It is. We've got all of our beers. Patio outside. It's going to be hot. Go enjoy the weather outside if you want to do that. Or you can stay inside where it's nice and cool.
And, of course, great lunch. Special soups on special, too, here at the Other Bar.
Got homemade soups every day, and then we've got our specials rolling on. All of our hot beef, pork, and turkey sandwiches. Stop down and check it out. Great stuff on the menu, too.
All-Star break, of course. Let's get the crew back on track coming up this weekend.
Yes, we need the break, and we'll reset and start over. But got to get back on track, so watch the games, watch all the ridiculous home run contests and stuff. We'll have it all on down here for you.
All your sporting goods here at the Other Bar, Main Street, downtown Waupun. Have a great week, Steve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Make a splash during the Make This the Summer event at Home and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram during the Make This the Summer event at Home and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun and Ripon. $4,000 off of MSRP on a new 2022 Ram 1500 V6 Bighorn Quad Cab 4x4 when financed with Chrysler Capital. 0% for 60 months financing to qualified customers on a new 2022 Wagoneer 4x4 Series 2 or Series 3. Check out our selection at homeandauto.com. We want to make you feel at home at Home and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon and Waupun.
Plus tax, title, and dealer service fee. Subject to approved credit.
The mishandled ball out in center field and bring 4 across the plate and now lead this game 4-0. Go to the bottom of the first inning. Take a look at the Waupun defense in the ball game. Noah Gerritsen on the pitcher's mound. Hunter Camp is behind home plate. Jake Krieger is over at first. At second is Austin Weiss. Evan Sauer at short. Dane Stelsel at third base. Left fielder Bryant Ferris. Mason Holtz in center. And Ethan Cunningham is your right fielder. And up first for Horicon is Jordan Heine. First pitch into him from Gerritsen. Misses outside high for ball 1.
Big lefty Noah Gerritsen. He's just a fluid motion. It never looks like he's working very hard, but ball does jump out of his hand.
Yeah, that one came in a hurry and a swing and a miss by Heine. Makes it count 1-1. Anthony Oshner waiting on deck. Another one catches the outside part of the plate. No offer from Heine.
Good curveball there. Started it off maybe 6 inches off the plate. Hooked right back in.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and missed. He goes off the bat a bit, but still a strikeout off the bat of Heine, and Waupun puts an out on the board, and coming up to bat is Anthony Oshner. He's their third baseman, then designated hitter Daniel Januszewski waiting on deck. It looks like he's got pretty good control of his stuff so far early in this ball game.
Like I said, just easy motion, isn't it? He just a little bit of a rocker step, nice kick, and just nice and easy. He doesn't jerk his body around.
Gets one, chase one outside. He probably thought that was going to be curving back in, but no, it just stayed out there. And a swing and a miss puts him down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch now from Gerritsen that is swung on and fouled out of play.
Same arm speed, whether he's throwing curveballs, fastballs. Maybe he's got a secondary or third pitch. I'm not sure exactly what he throws, but
weak little grounder picked up by Gerritsen and goes to first and gets the out. So 2 up and 2 down. Mentioned that Nick Rush was over in Waupun earlier today listening, and I don't know if he's watching right now, said everything looks great, sounds great, and goalpost 210.
I knew the station was off early. I should have probably contacted him and let him know. I had to reset all my clocks today with my power being out last night.
And also got an update from over in Reedsburg where the 9U team is playing over there, and they're in the championship game. They're going to take on Verona, a team they lost to a couple times during the season. They've even got a PA announcer, a recorded PA announcer every time somebody comes up to bat. Now batting for, so yeah, and they'll have that.
Voice.
Yeah, they have music, they have walk-up music and everything.
Cool.
Strike on the next pitch in.
There's the future of Waupun baseball coming up right now.
I had it all recorded. They were going to do it for us, but they just decided now they didn't want to do it. Leave that to Verona.
5 or 6 years, you'll start seeing those guys playing up here on the big field.
Yeah. Let's get a little taste of it already. Well, a walk issued to Januszewski and Cody Pieper coming up to bat. So 2 down, runner at first. 4-0 lead for post 210. And that one's going to get now between the legs of Camp and back to the backstop, and runner advances over to second base. So Horicon would love to salvage something out of the inning. And one of those teams, especially with the chances they had to win the ball games the last 2 times they played, they just must probably have something in the back of their mind about Waupun. They just want to find some way to beat them, the evil empire of the biggest city within our regional.
Yeah, not the way you want to start with all the errors in that first inning. It's a complete changer.
And this is chopped on the ground, picked up by Krieger. It's a fair ball, and touches first and gets the out. So Horicon comes up empty. 1 walk, 1 stranded, 1 strikeout. And Waupun, after 1 complete, now leading this game 4-0. Back with the top of inning number 2 right after this on The Source.
Pitches for Garrettson in inning 1. 15
got her.
Also, if you know anybody who is not able to make it to the
Welcome back here to the Gus. This is Jeff Sauer on Jeff's live streams. We're going to be switching over to RadioPlusInfo.com on YouTube. So RadioPlusInfo.com if you want to continue to watch this game here from the Gus. We have a partnership set up with them, and I can see that there's 9 of you out there that are currently watching it on Jeff's live stream. So please make sure I put it in the chat as well. And then I also want to make sure an announcement out there. If you are watching it on Radio Plus, make sure you put stuff in the chat, and we'll make sure that we give you a call shout out. So thanks to Missy Holtz for saying Go Waupun Post 210. And once again, on Jeff's live stream, we will be shutting off at the end of this inning.
Again, and hopefully we got our people switching over from Jeff's live stream over to RadioPlusInfo.com. Bringing you the game again. I want to thank a lot of our sponsors too, with Home and Auto Sales, WW Electric, Mike's Wild Boar Liquor Store, New Medical Center, Waupun Booster Club, C. Broxby Electric, Waupun Equipment, just a few of the many sponsors bringing us post 210 baseball. Coming up for Waupun with that 4-0 lead. First is number 9 in the batting order, Hunter Camp, then back to the top with Mason Holtz and Austin Weiss.
I supported one of those sponsors last night.
Which one did you go to?
Mike's.
Mike's, okay.
Had to make sure I got provisions in case the storm damage was bad.
A few complaints by the Horicon faithful over there as Hunter was kind of a check swing a little bit almost with his arms. He kind of was in the movement of doing that, didn't swing the bat at all, but caught his arm and over at first base now, hit by a pitch. And Holtz is going to pop another one up. This one over on the right side of the field, second baseman, right behind.
Dropped again.
Dropped. I don't know what's going on. They're going to still get that lead off, our lead runner. But then the second baseman was there, Jordan Heine, and right behind first base, all planted underneath it. And he misses it, but still had the time, of course, to throw to second to get that out. Crazy.
Yeah, that was, again, a relatively easy play. Right off the heel of his glove and down. Fortunately for Horicon, he had time to throw to second for the force out.
Austin Weiss up to bat now. He had a walk and then actually got himself all the way home. For all those errors started happening for Horicon. Runner goes on the pitch. And that was going to hop over the top of the runner, and he's safe over at second base, Mason Holtz.
Not even close.
No.
Eggleston, the big guy, as we said, he's all of 6'10" on the mound. A little slow delivery to the plate. Runner is able to get huge jumps.
And down in the dirt and pounces over the top of the catcher, Joe Gibbs, back to the backstop, and now Holtz has himself over to third base. Like I said, the U9 team in the championship game, I'm sure they're playing. They didn't tell me who they're playing, but Devrona is what I said. Yeah, that's, like I said, the evil empire. Comes in with their own walk-up music and everything, but last time they played them, it was a 1-0 game, and they didn't score until like the 6th inning. Waupun just couldn't get any hits, but the time before they played them, lost by double figures.
Nothing wrong with making it a little bit fun for those guys, keep their interest. I credit them for doing that.
And a nice sharp hit right between short and third base out to left field off the bat of Austin Weiss. RBI single for him. One comes in. Waupun now leads 5-0. That will bring Noah Garrettson up to bat. He is the one that hit that one high in the air out towards left field, and Gavin Hurley was camped underneath it and still off his glove and on the ground, and that's one of those 2 outs they should have had last inning. There it goes on the first pitch. Now they're going to shoot it over there anyway, and a little late. He's safe over at second base. Yeah, no hesitation for Waupun. He's taking the bases here.
They're not stealing on Joe Gibbs, the catcher. They're stealing on Eggleston, the pitcher, getting huge jumps.
A weak little ground over to second base. Heine charges, scoops it up, throws to first to get the out. That does move Weiss over to third base. So 2 down, runner at third base. 1 run into the inning. Waupun leading 5-0 in a new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard.
Stolen base. Good job of moving him to third. Always important. A pass ball, wild pitch, anything can score.
First pitch inside. Then we kind of got the gist of what's going to go on in Viroqua for the winner of this ball game. They'll be playing against Springs coming up on Friday at 5 o'clock. So it was hit high in the air out towards left field. Left fielder Hurley going back, sets up before the warning track and hauls it in for the out. A little bit too much air underneath that one. A little lower trajectory maybe if they hit it hard enough. But Waupun does come up with 1 run and now lead this game 5-0 after 1.5 innings. Back to the Gus in just 1 minute with the bottom half of inning number 2 on the Source.
Once again, thank you for watching on Jeff's live stream. This is going to be turned off right now as the Horicon Post 157 is going to come up to bat, so make sure that you log into radioplusinfo.com in order to watch this live stream. It's going to be coming off here on Jeff's live stream right now. So one more time, radioplusinfo.com to watch this game with a call from Steve Winterhack and Randy Armga here on YouTube.